Hello and welcome back to our quiz game series. In this episode, we want to go through and just fix a couple of things first before we go ahead and work on making the game actually have a game loop and everything. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the fixes that need to be made. Okay, so the first fix is since the last episode, the answers won't show up correctly for the player. So for example, which event marked the start of the World War One? Click on assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. And what we used to have was a little indicator indicating which player chose what, but that's not showing now. And the reason why it's not showing is because of this, which is handled inside of our question screen. And the question screen's problem is this get answer slot by index. And the reason why is because we changed how it reads the index values. So rather than taking the availability index here, I want to get the choice text that's being used there instead. Compare the two. Now it'll be able to find the correct slot that matches what one you clicked on. So if I go on here again and click on the answer, wait for the timer to finish. Okay, there we go. The second problem you may notice already on the screen right now is the scores don't line up correctly. So, for example, the one on the left here's got 356 and the one's got 316 for both, which isn't correct, obviously. So, let's go ahead and fix that too. So, the issue with that is that our player cards are being signed to, let me just show you, this bind event on points awarded and the game state. So that's when it will update the points on the screen. But the problem with that is on the game state, call on points awarded is going to happen for every player state, regardless of knowing which player state it is updating. So what we want to do in here is pass through another input, which is which player state is having the new points added onto. So let's go ahead and we're going to go and add onto our on points awarded and add who it's been awarded to. So let's add the player state for this. So it'd be PS quiz, and we'll call that one player state. Refresh that node there, and the player state can go plugged in to there. Now, with that done there, we do have to go back to the player card and update the points awarded to also match that, because this will give us an error now. Okay, and that's because the signature of this, i.e., the amount of pins it has and what pins it are saying, doesn't match with the event dispatcher. So let's just add to that one player state and choose PS quiz. So now, before I update the text here, what I want to do is I want to update it only if the player state here matches the one that's been assigned to the card. So we do equals to player state from the variable list and put that into the branch. Okay, so now it should only do it if the player states match. So I've made the boxes a little bit bigger. We can see it a bit clearer. So put in our answers here, and hopefully 282, 312, 282, 312. And more importantly, I want to check to make sure that the names match up too. So E5, E4, E5, E4 has 312, 312. Yeah, they match up perfectly. So with those fixes done, I now want to go in and just do a few little tweaks to the UI to make it a bit clearer to feedback to the player when they've selected an answer, and also when that answer is correct or incorrect. So let's start with the changing of the colors of the answers. So I'm going to go to the answer widget. There you go. And we can change the sort of color and opacity of the whole entire thing we want by changing this color opacity setting on the root of your hierarchy. So it's white currently, but if I change it to green, it will go green. If I change it to red, it will go red. Okay, so we want that to be used for what we're doing here. So I'm going to go to the graph here, and I'm going to have a custom event and call it reveal answer. And on reveal answer, I'm going to put in the answer that we're looking for. Okay, so I go to inputs, text, correct answer. And all we're saying is if this correct answer here matches with the answer that this has got on it, we're going to change the color accordingly. Oh, let's do that as equals. Exactly. There you go. And I'm going to do select node. And we'll do the white one. This is the wildcard one. So you can put in anything you like in here. And I'm just going to right click and do set color and opacity. Plug that in and plug in color and opacity into the return value here. Now I'm going to set the colors I want. So if it's true and it matches, we're going to make it green. And if it's false, i.e. incorrect, we'll make it red. With that function now there, I now need to go back to my question screen and go to the reveal answers setup. And in here, I need to, on the for each loop, tell each one of these to reveal the answer. As you can see, I need to plug in the correct answer. That's what we set up on the function just now. So next I need to give it the correct answer. We can't get from the game mode because the game mode is on the server only and this needs to work for everyone. So for now, I'm just going to promote that to a little variable like so. And the correct answer is going to come from the reveal answers input here. So we're going to do correct answer, set that and plug it into the correct answer here. So now we've got this setup where I need to feed it the correct answer from wherever I'm calling reveal answers in. So if I just right click on this, find references with all, it'll find me all the ones that are calling reveal answers. And in here, we're looking at the player controller. So I'm going to go over to that. And this is telling everyone to reveal the answer based upon the answer here. But for that to know that, I need to have the correct answer plugged into here. So it's like a daisy chain of things. So the game mode or the server is going to call this client reveal answers to everyone. The reveal answer is going to go to the HUD and get the correct answer and send it over to our UI. So what we need to do is plug in our correct answer. That's the one we just added to our event. Add it to this function. Compile that there. Go back to the player controller, and there's the correct answer there. I'm going to feed that into the client reveal answers and get the correct answer that way. Now I just need to call the client reveal answers, and down here you'll see timer expired on the server. We're getting client reveal answers. Now we're on the server. We've backtracked our way back to the server, and I'm getting to get the game mode. And from there, I'm going to cast to GM quiz and get the correct answer. So I've worked my way back to figure out where to get the correct answer from and found, okay, now I'm back on the server. I can get the server's correct answer and feed it down the line. So that gets fed into this client's multicast. So everyone gets this answer sent through. There, everyone gets told on your HUD, update and reveal the answers. Go back to the widget, add it on and compare it in the answers section here. So let's take a look at that in action here. I hit play. And if I go to pick the answer there, you'll see them light up once the timer expires. Perfect. The last thing I want to do to the UI is indicate to the player when they've selected their object, their answer, sorry, object. So I'm going to go to the answer and we're going to find where we click on it. So on clicked there. And basically I'm just doing the set color opacity thing again. We'll do that. And I'm going to set it to yellow. So when I choose an answer, it's going to highlight it for me and lock it in. So we'll go into here. I go the Egyptians. And it's lit it up, waiting for me to get the answer from the game. and then it will change all to green or red based upon whether I get it right. Okay. So there's some critical fixes we've done now to the game. It's looking a lot better, and those little UI feedback things are a great touch to give feedback to the player about what is going on. So now we've got all the ingredients in place. The last part we're going to do is now work on the game flow. So we can go from question to question and right through to the rounds, ends, whatever it may be. So you can watch that next episode right now on patreon.com/Ryan Laley. We can find all my videos early before anyone else from just $1 a month. A massive thank you to everyone over there supporting the channel. Without your donations, none of this would be possible, so thank you so much. If you like what I'm doing, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, everyone.